Greetings, greetings, welcome in. I hope you are well today. So, I wanted to come forward and channel some messages about womb wellness and health. And let me tell you where this idea came from, y'all. I had a vision one day during my meditation of the female womb, right? And I see the womb with the fallopian tubes and the ovaries and everything. I saw like this fire, like this flare up around the divine feminine, around the womb. And the womb actually like rose up, and one of its fallopian tubes was like a hand, and it was holding a sword, looking like it was rushing into battle. And I thought that was such an interesting and powerful vision. And it made me think that I need to look more into what the cosmic mama, the great divine feminine energy of the cosmos, wants us to know about our womb wellness and our womb health at this time. So I have multiple decks here, and I'll be using my own intuitive abilities to tap in and tune in, okay? If you're interested in any of my divine support services like tarot readings, ancestor readings, spiritual coaching sessions, or my oracle decks like the Odu Ifa Oracle deck, the Divine Says Oracle deck, any other products and services, check out my website, daydreamalston.com. Now this is interesting. As I'm preparing, like I just picked up a deck, right, and started shuffling, I'm feeling a rush of energy in my body. So there is something about passion, fire. I'm wondering if the womb is our source, one of our sources as women of like passion, fire, right? And I know it is near the root chakra or in that area, so that would make sense, right? Because the root chakra is red. Yeah, there's something about fire, passion, energy. Okay, I'm hearing that you can actually call up energy from your womb. So say you're feeling really low libido, low energy, your womb can fire you up. We hold a lot of our energy. We store a lot of energy in the womb space, but there's also, again, a lot of fire and passion. As I was preparing to do the reading, I also was getting something about the connection between womb health and wellness and womb wealth. So there's like this connection between how healthy your womb is and your relationship with your womb and financial abundance, okay? Let's see what the divine wants us to know. Cosmic mama, elevated, honorable, divine feminine ancestors. What do we need to know about our wombs? Okay, some of you need to take some time out to send love to your womb. For some of you, there was an experience in your past or something you're experiencing now around a broken heart. And this has kind of left some energy, some residual energy in your womb, right? So it's like you're carrying the energy of a broken heart in your womb space. For some of you, this has caused masses, like fibroids and stuff in your womb space. The divine is showing me that some of you are like very cut off from your womb. Your womb feels like a burden to you, or something that has been or brought hardship to you. And because of that, there's like this energy of being very closed off to this very important part of your body. Somebody here needs to go get a checkup. You're having some type of symptoms that you're ignoring, and you need to go check that out. For some of you, the cosmic mama energy is calling you to enter into an agreement with your womb. Very interesting. Enter into an agreement with your womb send your womb love and really do things to tend to it, like you would tend to other important things in your life, instead of being blocked off and closed off to it. Your womb is inviting you to commune with it, like have times where you're just sitting and connecting with your womb. It needs love. Yeah, it feels like you don't want it. You don't want anything to do with it. There's like a very imbalanced energy here. But for some of you, there is this energy of transformation coming when you send love and you make a conscious effort to send love to your womb. This is very interesting, y'all. I'm getting that your womb can actually be a guide to you. All right, this person that I'm looking at has a crystal ball in their hands. Your intuition could stem from your womb space, or there's something about it being able to provide clear guidance. Pay attention to the messages of your womb. They have so much to tell you. When you see the number 22, that's your womb communicating with some of you. Okay, so I'm seeing that there's been a seed planted by the malevolent ones, which actually puts you at odds with your womb. They decided to push this agenda, which puts women, the divine feminine, at odds with her womb. Like creates fight, battle, discord. This can be environmental factors, right? The foods we eat. There's something where something was done as like an attack on the womb space of the divine feminine. For some people, you're going to find access to womb healing through your astrology. Could be your moon sign. Something about your moon sign can point you in the right direction. Like if you have a water moon sign, maybe using water for your healing. If you have fire, maybe using fire. If you have earth, using earth. If you have air, utilizing air. There's something here, but we're also getting a very strong call to follow intuition in regards to womb health and wellness. So it says, follow your intuition. It will lead you to the correct treatments. And then we have from a different deck, the card intuition out. For some of you, your womb actually is trying to guide you again, because your womb has like a compass. There's something about a compass being in the womb space energetically that can guide you to things that are helpful. So if you know how to meditate, if you know how to quiet your energy and just listen to your own inner guidance, it will give you what you need to support your womb health. If some of you have womb conditions, right? For some of you, this is like stuff you can do to just support womb health. For others of you, if you have womb conditions, right? Because I see attack energy here where something was sent to bring cross energy to the womb, blockage, right? For those of you with womb conditions, really pay attention to your intuition, because it's trying to alert you to things that are wrong, things going on, and how to bring balance back into this area. Okay? For some of you, you're being encouraged to pursue joy, healthy relationships, authenticity. All of that is what you're being guided towards, and that will support your womb health. I'm also seeing with the cups here that drinking, maybe herbal treatments, because in this other card it says tap into herbal treatments. Maybe drinking certain types of teas and things like that could be helpful to you. I did do some research, y'all. I do a lot of research because I've had womb issues for a long time. So there's connections between a lack of vitamin D and womb wellness. There's also a lot of different herbs you can try. Like in traditional Chinese medicine, the liver is connected to our womb health. So you want to detox your liver, take care of your liver and things like that. So there's a lot you can look into to support you. There's a study that says ginger can actually lessen and lighten the flow if you're someone who has heavy flows. You can take ginger. You can actually use ginger powder and mix it, or make your own ginger root tea and drink that consistently throughout your cycle. You can start the day before your period comes and do that during your period to see less flow. If you flow, if you have a very heavy flow. Yeah, there's a lot about, like, a lot of energy around being pointed in directions. Very interesting. I was not expecting that. Yeah, it's like your womb can lead you to overall wellness and well-being. Yeah, remember I was saying something about the moon, y'all, the moon phases. We got the card sync with the moon. So pay attention to the moon phases. Pay attention to your moon sign. There's something there that can help you. Being more creative, focusing on creativity can also support your womb health and wellness. For some of you, your womb is going to help you create wealth through some type of art that you're creating. Just a heads up for any of you who may be interested, I recently launched my channel memberships, and this is a great way to support my content. Every membership is a monthly donation that helps keep the channel going and allows me to continue showing up and offering what I'm called to share. If this channel has ever been a blessing to you, I invite you to become a member. The links will be down in the description and in the comments. The card regret just flew out. So remember earlier I was saying I see this card here that says your broken heart is causing womb disease. The regret card says the past cannot be changed, but the future is still in your hands. This card also talks about remorse, sorrow. Be careful, y'all, because ruminating and being stuck on the energy of regretting things that have taken place in your life, having a lot of remorse and sorrow actually builds up in the womb space. The divine says to focus on gratitude. The cosmic mama says gratitude will help you break out of this energy. For a lot of you, the way you think is causing womb issues, womb health issues, okay? Focus on gratitude. Find times throughout the day to just identify things that you're grateful for, okay? Again, for some of you, it's sorrow, it's heaviness, it's sadness that's causing, it's like a burdensome energy, and then that energy gets stuck in your womb. That's why some of you are having so much clotting. And for those of you who don't have a womb anymore, who are not bleeding anymore, you can still have these phantom symptoms because you're holding this energy. And for some reason, for us, I guess that part of our bodies is like a central point and it gets stuck there. So there's a need to release this energy. Yeah, and this is what I was talking about with the root chakra card. One of the things about the root chakra is when it's in balance, you feel safe. Like you feel safe. You have a trust in life, in the universe, in your safety and your wellness. With this distrust card, it says that you could be mistrustful, doubtful, and suspicious, right? And it says faith in oneself can rebuild trust in others. There's a lack of faith and a lack of trust. So if you have a lot of womb health issues, then your root chakra is also going to be out of balance. And you can look up like things you can do to support your root chakra health. So if you're somebody who worries a lot, you don't feel safe, you feel like the world is out to get you, don't trust people, you lack like this grounded, steady, stable energy, You need to work with that area, with your root chakra, your womb, to help you to get back right, to get in balance. The meditation card is out. For some of you, when you meditate, you receive messages from your womb and messages about how to bring healing to not just your womb, but your body. Some of you really need to take up a meditative practice. If you're the type of person where you get intuitive messages all day, every day without meditation, that's great. I've noticed that as I meditate, I sharpen my intuition. I can't do without it, right? So for those of you who feel like you don't hear from your intuition, your intuitive senses, your guides, you need to sit down. You need to meditate regularly. Cosmic Mama said, the womb is your friend. Treat it as such. Stop treating it like it's an enemy or just a burden, okay? We also got this card here saying, people-pleasing and toxic relationships are impacting your womb health negatively. Some of you know you are connected to the wrong people, but you just keep going with it. Some of you are going to notice that when you're with certain people, you have more symptoms, right? Womb-related symptoms. You might have more cramping, heavier cycles. I remember when I kept going back and forth with this particular guy in my life, and he just wasn't for me. He's not somebody that would make a good husband. But at that time, I had some like deep-seated self-worth issues, and I was just going with it. And I remember my cycles got really bad when I was in connection with him. And then in another relationship, when the relationship was done, that started happening as well. When things were okay, I was fine. But when that relationship was over, I started getting really bad cramping again. That's because we're being told here, people-pleasing and toxic relationships are going to impact your womb health negatively. That's just what it is. So some of you need to step away from certain relationships. If not, I don't even want to say what they just told me. I'll just say the Cosmic Mama and your guides are showing me that these issues can get much worse and turn into serious health issues if you do not step away from these people. I'm also seeing here that shame. Remember shame, feelings like regret, all those heavy emotions that we kind of carry with us. This again gets stuck in the womb area. This is so crazy, y'all. So usually in this card, I never see this red skirt this woman has on, but I'm seeing it as blood flow. When you carry a lot of shame, you have a very heavy flow. Some of you need to really release this shame. This could be like if you did things in the past where you kind of feel like, oh man, that morally, that wasn't good. I shouldn't have done that. You're going to have to make peace with that. Otherwise, this builds up and you end up having a heavy flow every month. What are you ashamed of? What do you need to forgive and release? Yeah, and then we have soul forgiveness on the bottom of the deck. It's time to forgive yourself. Forgive. The number 9 is coming up a lot too, y'all. So pay attention to the number 9. If you see repeating 9s, that's also messages from your womb. The divine, the Cosmic Mama, is saying that we need to do more to ground our energy. And again, we have the number 22 here, number 22 on this card. So grounding is connected to this root chakra. So doing root chakra work would be helpful, y'all, because that is absolutely connected to the womb space. I noticed as I started doing this reading, there's been like a lot of loud noises. Like all of a sudden traffic picks up, and it's not like traffic that's driving by and you can barely hear it. These people got the pedal to the metal. It's heavy trucks. Be careful of distractions. I feel like maybe that's the war energy I was seeing, where these distractive energies, these jarring energies, things that are sent in to bring war energy to our womb space, just to us in general, but for us to get stuck in our womb. Yeah, you need to ground your energy, find ways to balance your energy, make sure you're moving in a very balanced and moderate way. You're taking time out to care for yourself. Some of you overwork and you're working yourself sick. You need to chill. For others of you, it's time for you to shine. You hold back too much. For some of you with the people-pleasing tendencies, you're afraid to show who you really are. But shining, standing out, is actually going to support your womb health. The divine wants me to acknowledge that some of you have been under a lot of pressure and stress, and they see that, right? They're not ignorant to that. When you're going through these times, they still want you to find a way to enjoy life, to enjoy the sweetness of life, to have gratitude, whatever you can do to remain, in as good spirits as possible. I know sometimes it's difficult. For some of you, there's a period of relief coming, like you're shifting out of a period of hardship to a period of relief. For some of you, this is with your womb health. If you've been struggling when it comes to your womb, there's something coming that helps to bring relief, okay? For some of you, this is some type of collaboration, friendship, family unit. For some of you, this is a pet. There's some type of relationship here I'm seeing, like people coming together, or you, like I said, you and an animal coming together, something where it brings a peace, a joy, a balance to your life. And then there's more, there's just like a relief and good energy. For some of you, deep breathing habits are going to help you with your womb health. And I think this is for those of you who are just under a lot of pressure, or it's been a very hard time, or just finding those moments to breathe, okay? I said this earlier, but it just came out in a card. Your womb needs attention. Get a checkup, okay? Somebody here has been ignoring symptoms. For others of you, there's something you've been ingesting or using that's been toxic, and that buildup is happening in your womb. But somebody here needs to absolutely go get a checkup. Go to the GYN, get an ultrasound, things like that, okay? Yeah, the divine is showing me that for some of you, if you go now and get the checkup, you can recover, you can recuperate. But if you wait too late, and I'm going to leave that audio in so you can hear it, because all of a sudden, like I said, it's disruptions, distractions, right? Maybe because of the topic, but whatever. If you get something checked now, you could get it cleared up and you're good to go. For others of you, if you wait too long, or if you stay in something too long, it's going to get worse, much worse. The Cosmic Mama says, be mindful of what you ingest, what you're drinking and eating. Honey, your womb just showed me it wants to give you wealth. Okay, your womb is showing me with this Ace of Pentacles going to the Page of Pentacles, your womb wants to provide for you. But it's like it's things that it needs from you for it to be healthy enough to provide. Some of you lie to yourself by thinking you need to control everything and everybody around you in order to be safe. They want you to let go of the reins. Some of you are too controlling. You're holding on too tightly to things, to relationships, to outcomes, and it's driving up your stress and creating issues in your womb, okay? Also, the divine is saying when you lie to yourself and others, you create barriers, energy blockages in your womb, okay? They want you to release control, release the illusion of control, and be honest with yourself and others. For some of you, a lie, there's some lie, some deception here. Could be self-deception, could be a deceit towards others. This is it's binding. It's bound your womb. For someone, this may be causing infertility. And I'm sorry to say that. Last couple of cards. The divine is saying unresolved emotions are causing womb disease. Do the work to set yourself free. So we talked about that, right? Shame, regret. We have trauma here on the bottom of this deck. You have to let this stuff go. It has collected. Ooh, they're using the word clogged. It's clogged up your womb. It's time to shift out of this energy, to let it go. This is the time. For some of you, you needed to go through some of these things in order to clear karma and to see the truth about situations and about yourself. Like for me, when I talk about some of my past issues, like some of them I really needed in order to clear the karma of that energy, right? So the guy I went back and forth with, I needed him to help me see who I truly am and what I'm truly worthy of. Somebody had to show me because I didn't have that naturally, right? And he's one of the players, one of the actors in this play of life that came to help me see that. Try to see things like that, okay? Instead of holding on and feeling bad for yourself. Some people and situations come to help you clear trauma, help you see the truth so that you can flow more easily in life, so things can flow well, so you can move forward. And that's how you release the flow, right? Your womb flow. That's how things flow well when it comes to the womb, where you can have peaceful menstrual cycles that are not kicking your ass, you know, or whatever, or you're able to get pregnant easily. It's like a clearing for some of you. That's not everyone. There are some people who just won't be able to have kids. And that's okay. That's something else you need to make peace with if that's the case, okay? And then as I say flow, we got the card flow like water. Some of you have a lot of resistance, a lot of fight, right? Like you're trying to control everything. You're trying to manage everything and everybody. You don't feel safe enough to let other people help you. You're overdoing it and helping people all the time. When you do that, it causes blockage in your womb, okay? Truth and self-sabotage. For some of you, your self-sabotaging ways and inability to see the truth, because we have truth from two different decks here right now. This is what's causing womb issues. In this truth card, it talks about this goddess who was married to, I think it's Eshu. And Eshu was a womanizer. And this goddess said, you know what? You're not the only person who can go out here and have fun. And she decided to take another lover too, because that's what she wanted. That was her truth. He wasn't good at, he wasn't providing what she needed. So she went out and got that for herself. So it's being honest with yourself about what you want, about how you want to show up in life, and not allowing that self-sabotaging, devil on the shoulder energy to stop you from living authentically and flowing with life. Lastly, the Cosmic Mama says it's time to release this energy of shame. That's why some of you are not living in your truth. It says embrace your flaws. They are a part of your unique story. Okay? Thank you so much for listening. If this has been helpful for you, drop an ashe in the comments, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace, y'all.